Hello, everybody, and welcome to this edition of Mr. J's Geek Corner. But if we talk about anything and everything that is geek, will it be TV, comics, movies, and video games? And as I've always said at the end of every show, um, if you have any ideas about things you want to hear me discuss or talk about on the show, to drop your ideas in the comment box. I would love to hear them and everything. Well, recently on my Google Plus page, I I put a question out there to all my followers that if there's anything you want to hear me talk about, is there any suggestions of anything you want to hear? Is there anything you want to hear me discuss on Mr. J's Geek Corner? And I got a lot of really good suggestions and ideas, and I'm gonna use a lot of these suggestions and ideas for future shows. They're definitely going to become episodes of Mr. J's Geek Corner. And today is the start of what I call fans' choice. This is what I'm calling. I'm gonna call this Viewers Week, and that this is going to be shows that are suggested by the viewers, and it's gonna be. Let me see. Let me look at my script. Yes, I've got a script. I've got at least 3 ideas on here that I'm gonna use, and one of them I'm actually merging with another idea because it's actually along the same subject of what this person suggested. It's actually going. It's actually along that same subject, but I'm not going to reveal it right now. But amongst all the ideas I've had. There is still some more I plan on using, but I'm just finding a way to merge that in with the. I'm actually formulating formulating a show around that idea, so it's still a work in progress. But I've got 3 completed ideas right here on my paper here, and today's is going to be today's was suggested by well, it actually was first suggested to me by my friend at my friend and coworker I work with that owns the online toy store Lindsay's Toy Room. Or not owns it, works with it and has the online toy store Lindsay Toy Room. She actually suggested me the idea of doing figure reviews, and I had been toying with that for some time, figuring out where to get started with that and everything. And also, there was another one that suggested, there was somebody else that suggested that I do toy reviews and movie reviews on here, and I have done a few movie reviews, but never toy reviews. So that's 2 people that suggested to me to do a toy review show, in which I plan on doing a lot more than this. Just this one, but this is just my first one that I'm gonna do. So the ones who suggest to me are my Lindsay Toy Room, and the viewer that suggested it to me and the follower that suggested to me is their username on Google Plus is Nancy Classic Who Drew, and they do a lot of good posts on there of like Justice League and Wonder Woman and old TV shows about like Man from U.N.C.L.E. and the old Avengers show. So she's got a good page. Go check it out. That's it. She suggested to me to do she was the other one suggested to do the toy review show. So here it is. So this week is actually, like I said, I've been doing this show, but today I'm finally going to do my Geek Corner review of what I think are some of my personal favorite Superman figures, and you can find figures like it when I'm about to show you some of these exact same figures and some figures almost like this at on Lindsay's Toy Room. Just go to lindsaytoyroom.com, and like I said, you'll find a lot of, other than just Superman, you'll find a lot of cool figures there. So definitely go check them out. And y'all can see back here behind me, my shelves kind of little have some empty spaces because I had to pull a few of my figures to do for this show. And first off, I'm gonna start off with the classics. And here, and this is a Superman based from the book written from the relaunched Justice League book from probably about, I'd say 10, maybe a little bit less than that years ago, maybe 5 or 10 years ago. It was wrote by Brad Meltzer, and they come out with a line of figures that was based on the art by art, I think it was Ed Benes. I think that's what his name is. This is the Superman from that collection. This is Superman from that line of figures. And I'm going to say it right now. This is one of the better looking Superman figures I've ever seen. I mean, I love the detail on him. You can see it there. I unfortunately don't have one that's unboxed. I just have this one boxed. But this is probably, I mean, look how good the S looks. Look how good the face and the hair and everything looks. How good the definition looks on him and everything. This is definitely one of my favorite Superman figures in my collection. Definitely, because this is one of the greatest representations I've ever seen of the classic Superman done right straight from the comics. I mean, I've seen a lot of bad figures, but this is definitely one of the best I've ever seen. Definitely, in my personal opinion, it's one of the best ones I've ever seen in a lot of years. Definitely. And I think that one's put out, let me see, this one was from, cannot find the year. Well, where's that? All the rotten look, I don't see a year on this thing. It was about 2000, I'd say probably about 2007 or 8, maybe 9. Probably when I bought this. But I'd say it's right around along that time they came out with those figures. Like I said, it's one of the best I've ever seen. And it's definitely a good buy if you find it on probably like Amazon or any like comic related site or anything. You definitely will find it there. It's definitely a good pickup if you can find it. And pardon me a second. This next one is one of my all-time favorites. I mean, you all know that I like this version of Superman a lot. It's one of my favorites next to Earth 2. I mean, it's right up there with him, tied for first with Earth 2. And my wife actually got me this our very first Valentine's Day together. She actually got me this for Valentine's Day. And that is the reactivated Kingdom Come Superman figure, based directly from pardon the glare on the light and everything. And you can see me in the reflection. Based right directly from Alex Ross's artwork. And to me, this is probably the best Kingdom Come Superman figure there is. I mean, there's, well, I said the only time they've ever made Kingdom Come figures is when it's based on Alex Ross's artwork. So like I said, this and probably the Justice Society of America one from the Thy Kingdom Come story. It's probably the best ones I've ever seen. But this is based on the original line that came out in the 90s and probably mid to late 90s when the story came out. And to me, it's definitely one of my favorite versions of Superman, and definitely one of my, I'm gonna say it is one of my two number one favorite figures, because other than the fact it's my favorite version of Superman, my wife got it for me. And matter of fact, she got it for me the day we got engaged. So definitely has some sentimental value to it. Definitely. I mean, look at the detail on it. The muscle definition, the way the cape looks and everything, the way his face looks. I like the kind of the older looking Superman, the insignia. Everything on this one looks great. You can find this in like Amazon or any store, and probably can even find it on Lindsay's Toy Room. Definitely look there too. So you can find this about anywhere. You can find this about anywhere figures are sold. And like I said, it's one of the. It's like you can't go wrong with that one. You definitely can't go wrong with it. And on the subject of Kingdom Come Superman, I actually bought this one before my wife ever got me that one. I got this from a store that's no longer in business. This franchise is still in business. It's not business in my town. And that's the Superman. And this is the Kingdom Come Superman as based on the drawings by Ed McGuinness. And to me, this is one of the best, if not the best, Ed McGuinness Superman figure I've ever seen. And you see the muscle definition. He doesn't look too hulked up. He looks all just right. The hair and everything. I mean, this is one of my favorite. This is This is my second favorite Kingdom Come figure behind the other one. Behind the actual one that's from Kingdom Come. They call this one Future Superman because of the fact he resembles Kingdom Come, but he ain't from the Kingdom Come Earth. And he's not from the Kingdom Come Earth. And he's actually from an alternate future. If you read the Public Enemy story from the Superman Batman comics, he comes back in time to try to kill him, essentially. Pardon me. So he actually tried. They definitely based him on Kingdom Come, and to me, he looked awesome in the comics, and the figure looked awesome. When I first saw that comic, that figure years ago, I knew I had to have it in my collection. So definitely, that's a good buy too. And you probably find, like I said, again, Amazon. I said anywhere you could find figures. I said that's definitely a good buy, because like I said, it's just. I mean, if you can't get a hold of the Alex Ross one, either due to price or something, if you can find that one for cheaper, I would say go with that one too. Definitely. If you're a fan of Kingdom Come style of Superman, definitely go for that one. Definitely go for that one. Because, like I said, he's just an awesome design. He's just all around just a cool version of Superman. Plain and simple. And my next favorite is from the game Injustice. They've only made like maybe 4 figures. This is when they were still doing the bigger DC Unlimited collection, or the DC Legacy collection, Legends collection, whatever you call it. And this is when they were still doing those. I think they've stopped that line now with like the giant Doomsday and everything. But when they were still doing it, they did like maybe 4 figures from the game. And one of them happened to be the Regime Superman. As anybody knows, play that game, there's a good Superman, there's an evil Superman. This is the evil one. And I just like this version of Superman. I mean, I just like the fact that he dealt with the Joker the way he did and everything. And he's a pretty cool looking figure. I mean, you look at the way the definition looks on the suit and everything, and just gives a great 3D feel of the way the game looks. And unfortunately, I do not have, like with a lot of these figures, I do not have an unopened version to show you even more detail. But this is but still, you can see a lot of detail in this. I mean, it just looks great. I mean, it looks great. I mean, it might look a little fuzzy on camera, but and I apologize for that. But it's just a great Superman figure. I mean, a great figure for a great version of the character, which happened to be one of my favorites. And another one is definitely one of my favorite versions is Blackest Night, and that's definitely one of my favorite stories. The fact they had the zombie Batman, zombie Black Lantern, Earth 2 Superman, which I unfortunately do not have right now. I mean, I'm gonna say about that figure right now, that is one of the most horrifying looking figures I've ever seen. I mean, I don't have it in my collection, so I could show it to you on camera. But that up close, that figure is even more. The pictures don't even do it justice. Up close, that is one of the most horrifying looking pictures, horrifying looking zombie Superman I've ever seen. I'm honestly, I mean, go check it out on Google. I mean, it's you Google Earth 2 Black Lantern Earth 2 Superman figure, you're gonna find it. It looks pretty scary looking. I mean, and that's what makes it so awesome. I mean, but I did manage to snag this one, the Black Lantern Superman, and this is from the part of the book in which Necron put forces rings onto all the heroes that have died and come back from the grave, and has basically gained control over all of them and turned them into Black Lantern. And like I said, the figure is just looks awesome. I mean, you look at the muscle definition on it, the gray cape back there in the back, and just the way he looks. I mean, it just looks awesome. I mean, it's just a great figure, page to figure translation of this character. I mean, it just looks awesome. And as I said, I apologize for not having the Earth 2 Superman Black Lantern, but maybe on a future show, maybe one of these days I'll wind up with it. But for right now, I highly suggest this one. And like I said, it's just a great figure. So you can find it anywhere, like Amazon or anywhere like that. And it's just an awesome figure. And this one, I got this one probably before they quit selling them in stores. You can probably find this on Amazon too. I tried to get, I tried to choose. This was actually a toughie because I had to choose between two different versions of it, and I wound up getting this version, the Electric Blue Superman from the 90s, from between 1997 and 1999. Or 1998 rather. I mean, I actually really like this figure. I mean, I've probably expressed my opinions. A lot of folks expressed their opinions about this version of Superman from the 90s, and I'm gonna say it comes out looking like a great looking figure. It really does. And when I was saying it was kind of a toughie for me because I had to choose between this one and the red one. Yes, there is a red one version of this. And I'll debate long and hard there in the store. Did I want the red one or did I want the blue one? And I finally came down to, well, I might as well get how he originally appeared when he first had these powers. So I picked the blue one. Now I'm gonna say, if you look at the detail on this one too, the muscles, the face. I mean, this is probably one of the best Superman figures I've ever seen them put out. I mean, they were just better in the design and everything, and I love how they put the lightning on it. It lets you know that he is a being of energy in this. I mean, you look at the face, the S, and everything. I mean, it just looks awesome. And I don't know. I look back here in the back. I don't know if they've got the S on the back of the costume like that. I don't think they do. But still, it looks completely and totally awesome. And the red one, I'm going to say, looks exactly like this, only red. And like I said, you can't go wrong with either version. I would recommend getting both versions. Never recommend getting both versions just for the sake of having it in your collection. I mean, it's just... And believe me, I've got a red one in my collection, but it's not from that line, but it still looks cool. It still looks really cool. But I said you probably find it on like Amazon or any place like that. Definitely, you can definitely find it online. And my next one here is my other favorite version of Superman. I've already mentioned before is number one right next to Kingdom Come Superman, Earth 2 Superman. And this is the Earth 2 Superman from the Crisis on Infinite Earths line from like I'm gonna definitely say this is about 2005 or 6 with this one because I think I bought this in I think it was like early. I think it was. I'm gonna say 2006 on this one, y'all, because I don't exactly remember. I remember this being out about that time, and I grabbed it up because it's the only one they had. I mean, look at it. It looks great. I mean, the way the muscles look, the way the figure look, I mean, the way the face looks, the insignia, the paint job, it all looks great. I mean, I don't have nothing wrong with this figure whatsoever. I mean, like I said, I don't have any problems with any of these figures whatsoever. And I love the Crisis on Infinite base up here, the stand for the figure. It also doubles as the label for the package. So if you do decide to open it, there's your figure stand right there. And I mean, these are all really good figures. I mean, you can find them, like, as I said, Amazon, or pardon me, you can find them like Amazon or eBay or any place like that. You can find them anywhere. And like I said, yeah, so you can't go wrong with any of these figures. I mean, they're all really good additions to your anybody's collection, whether you be Superman fan, DC fan all around, or just fan of heroes. I mean, they're just all good figures. And this one here is one that I found for dirt cheap. I mean, I found this at a Black Friday sale. I mean, there was a store that had, I think their first Black Friday sale, they had these things for $5 a piece. And they usually run you like 15 or 20. These were $5 a piece. This one right here. This was all they had was Superman. They usually had these at Walmart at the time for like $15. And you see and I have another identical one like this in the collection, but I wanted to use this one because it had the Man of Steel #1 cover pin on it. And this was when they were celebrating their 75 years. So basically, this is their 75th anniversary of DC Comics Superman. And I said, look at the. I mean, this was a really good one to get the definition of how good the figure looks, and the muscle definition, the paint job. I mean, in the face. I mean, they got it spot on, just spot on. I said the cape looks good. Every bit of this figure looks just awesome. And as I said, I've got one identical to this in my collection. You see it right back there behind me in the camera shot. I mean, right there, where my hand's right in the way there, right there. They're about identical to this one, and I could not help but pick that one up too. But as I said, it's a great figure. I mean, it has its own collector stand. I don't know if I showed that. It has a collector stand in it with it too, just like that one does. I mean, like I said, they're all great figures. They're all made for great displays. They'll make a great display either in your living room or your geek room, your geek corner, wherever you display your figures at. I mean, it's just all great additions to any collection. And next figures I'm going to show you. Both of these are available on my friend's site, Lindsay'sToyRoom.com. They have them available right now. I think they're like $13.99 right now. They may have a sale coming up soon, being near Christmas and everything. But these are the Movie Master Man of Steel figures. This is the Superman one, just the regular Superman. Packaging looks great. It's got a Superman collector stand. It's got an issue collector stand back there behind the cape, kind of obscured a little bit, but still. I mean, look at the definition on it. I mean, it's great detail and everything. This one I could give you a little bit more detail on because I have one that's also unboxed, and I have it right here. Take a look at that. Don't that look great? You look at the face. It looks just about like Henry Cavill. Looks like he needs a little bit of a shave. Muscle definition looks great. The way the costume looks great and everything. There's the stand. The cape on the back is really big. One of the biggest I've ever seen on a Superman figure since, DC first started putting out these kind of figures like this. I mean, it looks great. I mean, I got this one from Walmart for about $15-16, and before they quit selling them, they had them for like $5, maybe. But as I said, you could go find them in like Amazon. Go find them. Like I said, go check out my friend's site, Lindsay. LindsayToyRoom.com. I said you'll find that and many great figures there. But I said you'll find that one particular on the site for like it'll run you like it'll run you like $13.99, and also on there right next to that one you have the Movie Masters black costume Superman. You had the one in the black costume they have from the Zod Dream Sequence, and you see it looks almost exactly identical to the red and blue suit, only the fact you notice there the detail his eyes are red. He's made to look kind of evil, and it looks like he's a little bit more clean shaven than the other figure is. A little more clean shaven, but still he looks. To me, this one's even more my favorite than the other one is because, well, I'm just a sucker for black costume. And you see right behind him, he's got a collector stand that is silver and black or gray and black, and it looks just absolutely awesome. Like I said, this is even more my favorite than the red and blue one is. But like I said, I'm glad when I happened upon this. I actually got this from Walmart. But you can find this on LindsayToyRoom.com, and I think that'll run you about the same price, about $13.99. So definitely go check it out. And they have a lot of good stuff there. As I said before, they have like good Godzilla stuff, Batman stuff, just great collectible figures. So definitely go check them out. LindsayToyRoom.com. And this last one is definitely one of my other number one favorite figure, and this one has a lot of sentimental value to me because of the fact that I played with a lot of these as a kid, and now I have one sealed up in its original packaging in my collection, and I do believe my wife bought this for me too, from a guy that deals in figures and graphic novels and comics and stuff, and that is the DC Comics hero Superman with Kryptonite ring. I mean, I still have some of the Superman that looked like this as a kid that I played with. I still have a couple of these that ain't exactly in mint condition anymore. They've had a lot of hours of rough play. But to me, this one has a lot of sentimental value to me because, as I said, I played with a many hour figure like this. Matter of fact, I think I still have one of the ones I bought. This figure is from 1989. As a matter of fact, it came out the same year as the Batman movie figures from the first Tim Burton Batman movie. And if I'm not mistaken, the same day I bought that, my mom bought me that. She bought me this. She bought me one just like this, exactly like this. And I'm going to say, they both got a lot of heavy play with me when I was a kid. But as I said, this one has a lot of sentimental value to me, just like the Kingdom Come Superman, Alex Ross Kingdom Come Superman one does. But this, and they both have a lot of sentimental value for me. That one because my wife got it for me, and this because it's one just like I had as a kid. Exactly like I had as a kid. And like I said, this, you look at it right there, it looks just about like the old Superpowers figures they had back in the 80s. But as I said, that one and the Kingdom Come are definitely my favorites. Because they hold, other than the fact that they're great figures, they hold a lot of sentimental value for me. A lot of sentimental value. But what do y'all think? Which one was your favorite? Which one of these was your favorite? Or what's your favorite superhero figure, monster figure? What's your favorite collectible figure? Let me know. As always, drop me a comment in the comment box below. I would love to hear what y'all had to say on this subject. tell me how I did for my first toy review. I mean, and as I said, I would love to know your opinion of how I did on. Did I do a good job? Let me know, and drop me a comment in the comment box below. And that's all for this week's edition of Mr. J's Geek Corner. And again, go check out my friend's page, LindsayToyRoom.com. She has a lot of great selection of Superman figures there, mostly Man of Steel. And not just that, she has a great selection of Godzilla figures, very collectible Godzilla figures. They all look great. A lot of Batman, a lot of Justice League, a lot of any kind of figures. I mean, they do. Like I said, they deal with a lot of collector figures there, and they got a lot of great Predator figures and Alien and just great figures. Just like I said, it's just got a great selection. Just definitely go check them out. LindsayToyRoom.com, all one word. LindsayToyRoom.com. Go check them out. And as always, you have any comments about the show, drop me a comment in the comment box. Like, subscribe, tell all your friends, share with all your friends. You have any ideas about things you want to hear me talk about on the show or discuss on the show, drop me a comment in the comment box. I'm always looking for fresh, new ideas, things to talk about and discuss on the show. So drop me a comment in the box. I would love to hear your ideas, and you never know when it may be made to an episode of Mr. J's Geek Corner, just like this was, and just like this was today. And next week's episode is going to be from suggestions from you, the fans, once again. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be a good show, and it's going to be a good show. So stay tuned. And I'll see y'all next time.